Jesus said, "Man cannot live on bread alone, but from every word that proceeds from the mouth of God." You're listening to Daily Truth.
I like what Doug Wilson says about this. Servant leadership. Another phrase that would perhaps be more helpful in our particular time, in our particular culture, is servant rulership or servant lordship. Servant lordship, that's not biblical. Sarah called Abraham Lord. Lowercase l. It's in the Bible. I've noticed that unless I'm saying things in a way where people are offended, I'm probably not being clear enough. Offense seems to be a really good confirmation of clarity. I've noticed that. It's like, did you get that? Because you're smiling. And then say it again another way. Okay, you're angry now? Good, I was clear. That doesn't mean we go out of our way to upset people. We're not trying to upset people. But one of the reasons why people are not offended by the truth of the Scripture and by the truth of the gospel, which Jesus says is an offense, one of the reasons why people are not offended is because we're being ambiguous about God's truth, intentionally vague. We're trying to be unclear because we don't want to be confrontational. Truth confronts. Truth is confrontational. And it's not because our aim is confrontation. Our aim is love. Our aim is truth. Confrontation is just one of the necessary side effects. But the problem is when we try to sidestep conflict and confrontation, there's really no way of doing that without throwing out the truth, without minimizing the truth. And that helps no one. That's actually not loving our neighbor. And therefore, it's not loving God. So we don't want to stir up conflict just for the sake of conflict and controversy, but we do want to be truthful. Truth and love, it's not two things, right? Say the truth and love. It's not, well, give them, this person needs truth, this other person just needs love. Have you ever heard someone say that? That is very, very deceptive. And I'm sure all of us have fallen for it. Well, maybe they have a point there. No, that's not what the Scripture says. Because we'll do that. We'll say, this person just, they need truth, but this other person, what they need right now is just love. Which means what you're ultimately saying is this person needs some kind of love that is separate and divorced from truth. Does such a love exist? No. No. Why? Because love and truth are one. 1 Corinthians 13 says, when defining love, that love rejoices in the truth. There is no biblical love defined by God that is severed somehow from truth. So we give people truth in love. We don't get to decide, is this a truth moment or a love moment? Because when we think of it in those terms, you know what we ultimately decide? 9 out of 10 times? I think it's just a love moment. No, it's always a love moment, and it's also always a truth moment. It's the truth in love. Not the truth or love, the truth in love.
As a special thank you for your gift of any amount, we'll be happy to send you a free digital book from our store. To access this offer, visit rightresponseministries.com/offer. We highly recommend Pastor Joel's book, Am I Truly Saved? If you or someone you know has wrestled with doubts about the love of God, this would be a great resource. As a reminder, to get this offer, go to rightresponseministries.com/offer. And thank you for your generous support.